Hi, my name is Jonathan Haidt. I am the author, with Greg Lukianoff, of The Coddling of the American Mind: How Good Intentions and Bad Ideas Are Setting Up a Generation for Failure. The book comes out in 4 weeks on September 4th, and I'm so excited because here today on August 7th, I just got the first copy of the book. This is the first time I'm holding the book. It came while Bob was here filming me. This is my first time looking at it. Let me tell you a little bit about it. So we're having some problems on college campuses. The culture is changing. Students are afraid of each other. They're afraid of getting in trouble for things they say. Professors are afraid of getting in trouble for things they say. The climate of trust and cooperation and fun and exploration is vanishing on many campuses. Combined with that, we have an enormous problem of skyrocketing rates of depression and anxiety among our students. Students born after 1995 have very high rates of mental illness, overwhelming depression and anxiety. Check out this graph, especially for girls. The percentage who say that they have a psychological disorder went from 5% back in 2010 up to about 15% in 2016. So something's going wrong. What is it? Well, our book is about how three really, really bad ideas have become popular on campus, and anyone who believes these ideas and takes them into their mind is at heightened risk of depression and anxiety. So here's bad idea number one, great untruth number one. What doesn't kill me makes me weaker. Okay, now obviously Nietzsche said it the opposite, but many students today seem to think that they are fragile, and if they're exposed to words, books, speakers that they find bad, threatening, hateful, they will be damaged, they will be harmed. This is, of course, not true. This is not good psychology. I've been reading a lot of Marcus Aurelius recently, in part to cope with the craziness of our world, and it turns out Marcus Aurelius was a great psychologist. He observed that human nature is superb at turning obstacles into fuel. He knew that we are anti-fragile. We tend to grow from exposure to challenges and even threats. He says, as a fire overwhelms what would have quenched a lamp, what's thrown on top of the conflagration is absorbed, consumed by it, and makes it burn still higher. Children, students should be like that. That's the goal, students who will learn and grow from facing obstacles and problems. Great untruth number two, always trust your feelings. Your feelings are what show you what's true. What matters about something isn't what somebody intended, it's what you made of it. It's the impact that it had on you. This is a popular idea on campus. This leads to ideas about microaggressions and mutual recriminations against people, not for what they intended, but for how somebody took it. This is a really bad thing to do in a diverse society. It leads to endless conflict. Instead, Marcus Aurelius, being a Stoic, knew that we don't see reality as it is. We see reality as we interpret it. So he says in his Meditations, you don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you. Things can't shape our decisions by themselves. A much better lesson. Great untruth number three. Life is a battle between good people and evil people. This is a very common human belief. This is Manichaeism, or the view of the universe as a constant struggle between good and evil. We all know that's not true. We all know that we tend to attribute the worst motives to people when we're in conflict with them, but they're doing the same to us. We're all human beings. This is the idea behind some of the things that are taught on campus, learning to see different groups as being either oppressors or victims, good or evil. Much healthier is to drop all of that polarizing, moralizing language and see us all as humans struggling to make sense, struggling to change the world as we see best. As Marcus Aurelius said, to feel affection for people even when they make mistakes is uniquely human. You can do it if you simply recognize that they're human too. They act out of ignorance against their will, and that you'll both be dead before long. Well, that's actually a really deep thought. It allows you to see the humanity in others and to be a little more humble and modest about whether you're right. So that's what the book is about. Three terrible, terrible ideas that are spreading throughout college campuses. They're rapidly drifting down into high schools and out into the corporate world. In the book, we explain where they came from, 6 reasons these ideas are spreading, leading to our more polarized and anxious society.